Hey there y'all, Disney D Prince here today with another quick little tutorial. So, in the past I have told you guys about how to remove decals from doll clothing. And I've gotten a couple of questions about it, what kind of stuff to use. So, I figured I would show you guys using this Addison Rae set that I have that I got on clearance because I picked up a couple because I can take the decal off and turn it into a basic black t-shirt that works for our curvy dolls. So I'll show you how to take this big Addison flower off if it's not something that goes with your vibe, using just some isopropyl alcohol and some 100% acetone, using whatever like scrub you have. I've got my Scrub Daddy and an old toothbrush. Actually, I think I bought this specifically for craft stuff. So we're gonna get this out real quick. I'm not reviewing this in this video. It is what it is. Check out my Addison video if you guys want more info on the actual fashion pack. But this is like $4. Is a good price for me. Like, that's less than a fashion pack usually. So I figured this would be the perfect thing to use on a tutorial. So I like to get things that are as flush as possible. So I like to open up the back if it's got Velcro. And I've tilted down. Now this has just got like a little lip around it. Most of it is going to be absorbed by the shirt. So I'm actually going to start with the isopropyl alcohol. This works occasionally if your decal is on the lighter side, and it's really good for getting off glue. So we just do that, let it hit there, and then we just kind of start scrubbing, and we see if anything comes off. And so we're starting to see just a little bit of it coming off, but not much. So we're going to try to do it with the heavier abrasive. But not really. Like, we're starting to see some cracking, which is good. Because really what this stuff is it's just taking the paint off. As you can see, like especially here on that S, is starting to come off. And this rubbing alcohol generally isn't going to ruin your clothes. Acetone can possibly ruin stuff if you are working with a piece that has been kind of like improperly dyed. And even this may come off a little bit of the black, but it's okay. So because this alcohol evaporates pretty quickly, you do need to like reapply pretty frequently. But it's great. And as you see, it's starting to really already come off. And it's a quick and easy thing. I don't recommend this for kids because the alcohol is flammable. But, you know, this is a pretty easy craft. Because I know if you're like me, you're really tired of the god-awful designs they've been putting on some of the Barbie clothes in the last few years. But just with this little bit of time, we've already taken off a good chunk of Addison's name and like half the flower. And so we just kind of let it soak in there and we just scrub. And as you see, you're going to have some loose fibers occasionally, like up here. You're going to start to see like pilling almost. Don't worry about that so much on the initial stage of this, because a lot of that's just from your scrubbing, from your abrasiveness on there. It would do that without the rubbing alcohol. But this is great because the rubbing alcohol takes off the glue and the color at the same time. Whereas the acetone sometimes only takes off the color and can be harsher on the actual clothing. Do this a little more above me so you guys can see. And just kind of taking it off with the toothbrush. Just trying to do our best to do this. And this stuff is like 98 cents or something like that. Like, it's ridiculously cheap. And we're just gonna try to get all this off with our toothbrush or whatever we're using, the Scrub Daddy or the toothbrush, either way. But a good chunk of the task is literally just scrubbing. Now, with a purse or something, like I'll show you here in a minute, like, we got that off. Like, that's pretty much gone. Like, there might be a little bit when we rinse it or when it dries, but like, that's pretty much done. I would say that's 90% completed, because the only thing we're gonna do after this is give it a little bit of a rinse with just like water and regular Dawn dish soap, just like with putting it through a clothes washer kind of thing. But it looks pretty good. Just like that already. We've taken off the majority of the decal. So we've got that done. And then let me show you guys what I would do with some of these purses and things that I get. Let me see, I've got to have some of them around here. Let's see what I've got. I've got largely purses that didn't even bother putting the color on at all lately. Like, no detail, but, Okay, I guess I can use a mermaid's thing. Let's see. Okay, yeah. All right. So, I've got a mermaid's little like eyeshadow palette. And this is not a sticker, as we've seen right here. It's just a little printing. So what we're going to do is we are just going to use a little bit of rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip. gotta find where I put my Q-tips. Hold on. They are around here somewhere. Oh, there, I moved them across the room. Hold on. So just a little bit of either acetone or rubbing alcohol. I like to start on our plastic accessories with the isopropyl, just because it is more gentle on the plastic. And I start by just taking like a capful of this and setting it over there. And I'm just going to use the rubbing alcohol and see if it comes off with that. Now, half the time it won't. Half the time the rubbing alcohol is too gentle. So that didn't work. Because if it was gonna work, it'd come off right away. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our 100% acetone and do roughly the same thing. Is just put a little bit into the lid, take our Q-tip, a fresh one, and we're gonna go like this. We're gonna try to take all of that off, just like that. Just nice and easy, like that. Now, this is permanent. You're not gonna get that design back on there anyway. But it's a better way to have a design like start fresh on it, I like to do. And yeah, we took that all off, just like that. Didn't hurt the sticker or the mirror inside. And now we have a non-branded one, which is great. And then we just take the rest of our acetone, pour it in to our bottle again, and close the bottle back up because acetone likes to evaporate. So, and in the meanwhile, we've had our thing just trying to drip dry a little bit. I'm gonna stick it in a towel and just kind of crunch it for a second just to get the excess stuff out of it. And see if we need to hit it with any more of the rubbing alcohol. But no, that design is gone. I don't feel any glue residue. It looks about the same. Sometimes you can see a phantom image of it on there after it's dried, but it usually doesn't come out on camera. So generally you're pretty good once you get it to this step, and you can just let it dry naturally if you want. But yeah, that's how I take off my designs. So if you ever hear me in my videos saying this is really cute, I'm going to take the decals off of it, like, that's what I do. You know, like, I had this Barbie Fashionista number 19. Her hoodie is really cute, but it's got a ton of designs on it, and I hate the random, like, sticker designs. So I actually, as I was doing the Addison one the other day, did that one as well and took all the designs off of it, and now it's just a cute pink cropped hoodie. So, you know, you can do them with all kinds of things. I do recommend doing a spot test before you start doing a big sheath of things, if it's all in the same fabric, just because there's always that chance that the fabric is not compatible with the acetone. Anything that's vinyl based is bad to put the acetone on because it will start to dissolve it. So like your pleathers and things like that, don't put the acetone on there. But it's very easy to use, which is why I love this method. So if you guys have questions on it, leave them in my comments. If you enjoyed it, leave me a like. And as always, follow along for some more fun unboxing. Bye, y'all. Be good.